All right, time now is 8:46. Here's a startling statistic, especially if you are a pet lover. Did you know that 1 in 4 dogs will develop some kind of cancer? And pet cancer is the #1 disease-related killer of cats and dogs. And early detection is really the key. Unfortunately, most pet owners don't know anything about cancers, myself included. Oh, it's okay. He's barking at the Adam can there. It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Max. Okay.
Max. So your pet groomer, though, is really on the front lines of defense when it comes to discovering this stuff. Keith Remmen is from Petco here. He's going to be talking about this along with Ashley Bishop, who is a pet groomer, and is going to be walking us through. So it's great to have you here, Keith. Talk about you got a 7-point plan that takes us kind of from head to toe. We start with the dog's eyes. Let's talk about that.
Well, as you said, pet groomers and regular grooming is going to be your best first line of defense in early detection. So they're going to go over your dog. First thing they'll look at is your dog's eyes. They want to make sure that his eyes are clear and bright. If they're very faded and if there's discharge, usually green or yellow, that could be an early sign of a severe problem.
Okay.
Okay,
let's go on to the ears.
Yes.
I know it's important to keep the ears clean, isn't it?
It's very important to keep the ears clean, and although usually most dogs' ears will have a little odor to it, if the odor is very extreme and there's a lot of discharge coming from the ears, that's also a sign of a medical issue that should be looked at.
Okay, let's go down to the nose. Important for any dog, right?
Oh, absolutely. Their noses, of course, as most people know, should be nice and dark and wet. If it is very dry, cracking, or has a lot of discoloration, that could be a medical issue that definitely should be seen by a vet.
Let's talk about the mouth. I mean, is it important to brush our dog's teeth just like it is to brush our teeth?
Absolutely. Dogs' teeth, just like ours, they can suffer from tooth decay and gingivitis. The big thing also with dogs is if you see that there's a lot of red and puffiness in their gums, but their teeth are fine, that actually could be a severe medical issue.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that should be seen by a vet because they shouldn't be that way, especially if your dog's teeth are clean.
So their mouth should kind of look like our mouth.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the paws now. What do we look for in the paws?
Well, in their paws, if you see cracking on their pads, that could be because of rough terrain, that could be because of irritants. But if you don't have any of those and your dog's paws are cracking, that could be a sign of an underlying medical issue. Okay.
Ashley, I want to talk to you about the skin and the coat. As you're going through and grooming dogs, have you ever found anything in a pet? Nope.
Little lumps, warts, hot spots, things like that. You want to look for matting, too. Anything out of the ordinary.
So, Keith, those lumps, can that be signs of early cancer?
Those could be signs of, underlying signs of tumors that are very early stages. Groomer can also see the discoloration on your dog's skin a little bit better.
Yeah. Can dogs get skin cancer as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. Just like people. Wow. Dogs can get sunburns.
Interesting. Okay, finally, the underside. Let's talk about how it's important to examine the underside of the dog.
Absolutely. The underside of your dog, if it's swollen very hard, and as your groomer will go along, they will also check the anal glands. Now, swollen anal glands may just mean that they need to be expressed. But if your dog reacts negatively to being touched anywhere in that area, then that would be the sign of an underlying condition.
Wow.
And again, if you see any of these signs, you definitely want to take your dog to a vet, because a vet is the only one who can actually really give you a medical diagnosis.
Yeah.
But your groomers and other pet professionals, they can actually help you with seeing those underlying signs.
So these dogs are up for adoption, is that right?
This one, Max, here is from our friends at Forever Homes Dog Rescue. They're a partner with Petco.
He's such a great dog.
They
I hope
are
he gets
wonderful
a good
dogs.
Home. I wanted to ask you, though, Ashley, before we go, it sounds like knowing your pet's body is kind of like we have to know our own bodies when it comes to finding cancers. As you have repeat customers, I'm guessing, so you can notice these changes, right, as they come in?
We can notice these changes. We can help our customers look over their dogs if they want. Nutrition, of course, is always a big thing with pet health, and they can always ask an associate at Petco. And because this is Pet Cancer Awareness Month, we're asking our customers, they can go to petco.com/PCA, where they can share and read stories of inspiration of dogs and cats that have beaten the odds against pet cancer.
Wow.
And if they'd like to make a donation towards pet cancer awareness, they can go to our stores and actually make a donation at the register.
Well, that's fantastic. Keith, Ashley, thank you so much for bringing the dogs in today and talking about such an important health issue, 1 in 4. So we've all learned something. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you very much.